a month since we did this. It's been a month. No, actually, no, wait. It's been like 2 months. It's been like, how long has it been? Like, what, a month and a half? It's been like November 17th. A month and some change?
Yeah.
But with that being said, Happy New Year, good people all around the world. It's been so long since I said this. Woo, to all the good people all around the world. You're tuning in, listening to, consuming, absorbing, drinking, eating. The best podcast in the world today. And we are just getting started. Welcome to episode 6 of Unlocking Your Potential Excellence. Not bad, right? Not bad. See, this podcast is all about bringing awareness to various topics and issues to guide and educate anyone and everyone to finding the potential to be excellent in this world. And we wouldn't be able to do that in today's podcast if it wasn't for these men who don't...
Sponsored.
Because you said we're going to do this.
We're not monetizing. But soon, hit that subscribe button. Anyway, that being said, we wouldn't be able to have this podcast happen today if it wasn't for these men who don't pretend who want to see a better world in the end. Please give a warm welcome to Ashour and Oneil. Yep. Okay, so Ashour and Oneil, before we get into this podcast, we ask you all the questions, we like the viewers to get to know you more on a deeper level. So in like a quick 1-2 sentence, let them know who you are, what you do for a living, what your hobbies like, and that kind of thing. You can go first, Ashour.
You want to go first?
All right, you go first.
So I'm Ashour. I go to U.Y.P.E University for architecture design.
Big school.
Yeah, big school. Big games, I like history, and I like learning about things. I like to know things, basically. I want to acquire all the knowledge. That's what I find important and intriguing to me. So,
Okay. What about you?
So my name is Oneil.
Oneil. Okay. My apologies.
It's alright. It happens. I go to Humber for architectural technology, and same as him, basically. I also like history and enjoy painting.
Okay, I like that. So now you guys have given the audience a bit of what you do for a living. Now we like to dive in a bit deeper into what you do on a daily basis. So we like to call this FEMS, our 5 aspects of life: financial, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. So on a 1 to 3 level, you could use decimals if you need to. 1 means you're barely doing it, 2 means you're sometimes doing it, 3 means you're doing it on a daily basis. So financially, where do you feel like you are at right now?
Financially?
Yeah, are you saving more than you're making? Are you saving more than you're spending, excuse me?
Yeah, I'm not making anything right now. I'm not working at the moment. But I've been saving, because I work in the summer, so I don't want to throw that away.
Yeah.
So if I had to give it a score, probably a 1.5.
Okay. You still pass.
So Brian, I'm actually saving up to be broke. I don't have the luxury to call myself broke. But no, I'm just kidding. But currently, I'm unemployed.
I know this.
But God makes the way. So I rate myself 1 right now.
1?
Okay. 1 right now. It's the beginning of the year.
Beginning. Yep.
Potential excellence.
Yeah, that's not bad. Emotional. Are you hanging out with the right people? Do you need to cut off some toxic people in the new year? Are you surrounded by positive energy and positive people all the time, or are you surrounded by negative people all the time? So 3 means you're with the good people.
Since we graduated from high school, I kind of started to notice I only start seeing people that I try to see, and those are usually the good people. So I think I'm doing better than how I was in high school.
That's
when you see all the same people every day, so you don't really have that choice.
True.
For me, it's more of both, because basically you need both to kind of continue on with your life.
Okay.
And to kind of get more knowledge about what you want in the future. So I sort of still have those people that I want to kind of not cut off completely, but not continue to hang out with them as much as I do.
I see.
And continue to be more the positive people that I hang out with.
Yeah.
That do positive things into this world and try to focus on real issues.
Good,
Yeah.
good. I like that. I like that. What do you think the rating is at right now?
The rating is at 2.
2? Did you say your rating?
Oh
What was
no,
your rating?
solid 2.6.
2.6. Okay, big decimal, big decimal. So physical. Now, not everyone needs. Actually, no. Excuse me. I got ahead of myself. Mental. If some random stranger, close friend, came up to you on the street saying, "Your shoes are terrible. You have no style. You're ugly. You're not going anywhere in life." Are you gonna let that hate, that negativity get to you, or are you gonna like brush it off and go on with your day?
Never that.
Never that.
But Loki?
Loki?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Never that.
Never.
I like to say like I don't want to let people affect my life.
Mhm.
I'm trying really hard to deal with that right now.
Yeah.
Because I gotta focus on like myself, of course.
Yeah.
If I wanna like help other people, I gotta be good too.
Of course.
So if I had to go to score, I don't know. Out of 3,
Out of 3. That's what we need to.
that's 2.1.
2.1. Okay. Not bad. Still pass.
For me, I like to, for every interaction, I like to like place my mark. Like I want to be kind of like known to that person.
Okay.
Like so like have like that specific memory in their brain where like, oh, that's that person, that's like
Yeah.
this is that. But for like you always need like a negative and a positive feedback
Mm-hmm.
because always what's it called, positive is not good and always negative is not good, so you need a
Yeah.
balance between those two.
Yeah.
But it's what's it called, like for me, like when they just call me that, just it's I can't retaliate, because if I retaliate I'll be kind of like lowering myself into their standards,
I see.
and that's where like they want me to be.
Yeah.
But that's like I know for a fact that that person might be going through something and they just want to lash out of the world
Mm-hmm.
so they could feel better for themselves.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though it gets to me a little bit, but once I think of this, what I just said, it won't affect me as much,
You won't let it
because
consume you.
what's it called? That person needs to be kind of cared for and not to be ignored and just
Mm-hmm. I
helped
like that. So now we're gonna move on to the physical aspect. Now everyone needs to be like a Greek god like this guy or anything like that. But what you're doing physically on like what are you eating? Like, do you work out? Like, are you guys like the habits you do on a daily basis right now on the physical aspect of your life? Will that lead to a long life, or will that lead to like any sort of diseases or any catastrophic events?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where you at physically?
Come on.
Is he alive?
He's thinking about it.
Okay.
2.
Dude,
Wait, what are you trying to say?
big man.
What your question is 2?
No, I said what's it called? I'm like, what? That's great. What the heck?
Oh, okay.
That's great. No, what are you trying to say?
Nothing.
No. Actually, 1.9.
1.9.
Yeah, cause like I skip some meals sometimes because of like school and shit. But like we're on the break right now.
You gotta eat. You're human. You need that to survive. Take care of yourself, man.
See, for me, I do a lot of that. I do a lot of that.
Skipping meals.
No,
Eating.
Oh.
eating. However, I do like to keep it under control.
Yeah.
And there are things that I'm trying to conquer
Mm-hmm.
that won't lead me into kind of picking up
Yeah.
into food and kind of like looking at myself and trying to, like you said, be like this. What's it called?
Greek
God.
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 Greek god.
Greek
Look at
god.
this guy. So cool. Now we're gonna move on to the next aspect, spiritual. Now everyone's religion is different. I don't want to get really too into it, but when I say spiritual, like if you could see something in the unknown, like an unknown event, an unknown outcome, can you see that unknown outcome and be like, whatever obstacles I have to conquer in between, I will conquer that and I will accomplish it? Like, where are you at in accomplishing the unknown?
Lately, I feel like I've been putting a lot of trust in God.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like that's important.
Big God.
Of course, because especially with like this point in our lives, yeah, I probably don't want to get too much into the religious aspect of it. But yeah, I've been trying to keep up and stuff. So yeah,
That's good. Where do you think you're at right now, rating wise?
like 2.5.
2.5. Okay. Good.
For me, it's say this? So, me not seeing, like, I always believe that God will come through.
Mm-hmm.
I always believe that God is with me, and just to keep my trust in Him,
Mm-hmm.
He'll guide me through every single obstacle like it's nothing.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I do have to face them.
of course.
But the patience that I have to endure to kind of face these obstacles is what's leading. It's what's like decreasing my like faith into like if God is actually gonna do this thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in the back of my head, I'm like, He's gonna do it. Just
Mhm.
trust in yourself. But
Yeah.
so I'll say like I'm at 1.4.
1.4. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress. I like
So
that.
progress, yeah.
So now that the audience knows a bit of like aspects of your life, now let's kind of bring it up a bit. So any good thing or bad thing that's happened in your day, if you can't really think about a good thing or bad thing in your day, which is roses and thorns, you can go even further back. Any good thing or bad thing in your week or a month or year.
I'll go with my day. The year just started, so like you only
like
got
2-3 days.
You only got like 3 days to choose from in the year. Good thing today, I was able to wake up and go where I needed to go before I got here. Yeah, you know. It's all good. It's all good. That's my fault.
No,
Any bad thing in your day or no bad things?
Bad thing, I kind of had to wait here for like 20 minutes, but
Yeah, because Brian was late.
I'm sorry.
It's all
I
good,
had
it's all
family
good.
stuff to
it's
do.
all good, guys.
It's okay.
I'm a family man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm so
But-
but no, it's not next year. It's,
For being a family.
yeah.
No, no. I can't be ashamed. What about you? Good thing or bad thing in your day? Rose thorn?
Pretty much good.
Good?
Yeah.
Nothing, no bad things happened today? Oh, that's good. Hey, you can't argue with that.
No.
You can't argue with that. All right, so we're gonna move on to the actual topic of today. Tevin, take it away, man.
Well, you guys know today's topic's about mindset. So let's just
Yeah.
talk about describe your mindset. And actually, let's do a test. Describe your mindset in one word. Just one word.
Contradictory.
Contradictory? That's deep. That's deep. We'll get into that in a minute.
Perseverance.
Oh, shoot.
Perseverance.
Perseverance?
Yeah.
It's also pretty deep. Also pretty deep. What about you?
Stubborn.
Nah, not as deep. But it's okay. It's okay. We can't all be as deep as these intellectuals. So why do you say, wow, I forgot. Crazy. Come on.
Come on, brain. Talk
You
about
said
mindset.
contradictory.
Yeah.
Why did you say contradictory?
Because sometimes, in my heart, I believe something like that's like actually possible, and for me, everything's possible.
Yeah.
The unknown, the known, and all that shit. But again, the lack of patience that I have kind of puts that to the side, like to a test. Is it really? Like
That's what you said.
like basically like my right now. But you know, I'm still trying to work on it. Still trying to like up the faith, the believing more.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Progress. That's all that matters.
Mhm.
Being better tomorrow than you were yesterday. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Even if it's 1%.
Yeah.
Still progress.
Still progress.
progress.
Still
Progress.
You
building
made,
that
you
version
made
of
$3
yourself.
today, you still make money.
That's still money. More.
Say 2 foot forward, 1 foot backward is still 1 foot forward.
Big man.
Too much math for me still.
What grade are you in? My bad.
What about you?
Perseverance. So, like I like to see the long the long game basically.
Mm-hmm.
At least I want to see it like that, and that doesn't always mean like just like working hard, like working as hard as you can, and like getting that thing. You also need to be smart with what you're doing, right? So like I feel like perseverance, not just in terms of like working hard to get something, but like keep on going even if things are hard right now.
Keep that
You know what I
consistency.
mean? Because you gotta have that goal.
Yeah.
And try to stick to that goal.
Exactly.
Fact.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I
What
feel
about you? Why stubborn?
I
Sounds like you saw his answer, but like.
stubborn. I didn't say anyone's answer. I'm just saying what's from the heart or from the mind. Well, I said stubborn because I felt like my life has been a bit unorthodox and orthodox at the same time. I feel like what I'm trying to achieve in life is not
Wait, no, define unorthodox.
not the traditional way of doing things.
There you
Hey,
go.
okay. The only definition word I know, you already know, man. Big words, big words. My bad. But yeah, like I feel like what I'm trying to accomplish in life is not the most traditional way of doing things or approaching things. Some people may question what I do, what I say, but I feel like I said, in the long term, I know where I'm trying to go. I know where I'm trying to get to. So even though some people may not see where I am in the beginning, they may understand it in the end.
True, true.
Okay.
So now that we're done with that, let's delve into your personal philosophies. You guys draw upon Confucius, you guys draw upon, Plato, you guys draw upon like Aristotle, Kant, Immanuel Kant, all those modern philosophers, you guys draw upon any of them?
For me, I haven't heard of those people in person.
Great start religion class, but it doesn't matter.
Or do
It's okay.
you have like a mantra or like a saying or a statement that you could use for achieving any kind of goal in life?
That's a difficult one, but
Or something you use more often?
more often as in like
Like
a daily quote kind of
like a quote,
like
yeah,
a catchphrase.
yeah.
a catchphrase. I can't think of one, but I could like just make one on the spot.
Yeah, of course.
True.
Through faith, everything is possible. I'm pretty sure that's been said.
Yeah, but like, hey, if it works, if it works for your life, and that means
He is his
it's
own
not to you.
philosopher. You don't even know.
True.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
You guys don't know. You'll find out by the end of this podcast.
Wow, okay. Plug within the podcast. That's crazy. So what about you?
Probably Immanuel Kant.
Immanuel Kant?
Yeah, yo.
You're a Kantian? Mine. What about like delve into it.
So like he's his philosophy is like about like justice basically, right? And like law. Or like not law, sorry. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot.
You forgot? It's about morals and
Morals,
stuff like
right?
that.
Yeah, sorry. The moral philosophy and like how like you want to like do good things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I feel like it'll come back to you eventually. Like
Yeah.
True, yeah. I see what you're saying.
So karma, basically.
sort of, yeah, like
I was thinking
karma, but like also like how like there kind of is like a benefit in like in terms of like doing good because like it kind of builds like relationships and bonds with like people, and that like that's what I feel like is important with it.
Yeah.
And another facet of like Kantian ethics is just that like a true Kantian would never lie no matter what.
Yeah.
Because lying, even if it is to benefit somebody, it's still a negative thing, and no justification for a negative thing is like just. If you understand what I'm trying to say. So that's another aspect of Kantian. I don't know about that one because
I don't know about that
lying
one.
can be pretty useful sometimes, but I see what he's trying to say with the whole morals. Kant was a smart guy. What about you?
I came up with this kind of philosophy or statement a couple days ago. Posted a tweet about it. If you haven't seen it yet, I basically said that like you can't 100% promise an outcome that you want in the future, but what you can 100% promise is the amount of effort you can to produce that said outcome. We have a lot of goals in life. We want to dream and make those dreams a reality. And as much as it is nice to like dream and try to chase that goal, it's not 100% sure that you can get it. But what you can promise yourself is to put in that effort every single day to get closer and closer to that goal. You know what I mean?
That's deep.
Yeah.
So now that we've delved into philosophy, like any mistakes and how have you rebounded them? You rebounded from them using your philosophy. Because philosophy is kind of like your membrane for how you interact with society type of thing. So like making a mistake or like taking any dive to the ego could be a very like mentally draining thing.
Yeah.
So I'd use your philosophy to kind of rebound from that, get back up and that type of stuff.
Well, for me, it would most likely. I want to go first.
No, go.
Okay,
You're
so-
talking. You're talking.
For
Don't worry.
me, it would. it would most likely be like having a lot of debriefing moments with yourself. Like some people like to go to like therapists or talk to someone. I feel like I could always just talk to myself, even though that sounds really weird.
No.
But just like sit down and just really reflect on what's happened in the past hour, day, or whatever that happened. And just kind of recharge your battery, see where you went wrong, where you went right, and kind of like adjust as you go and take on the task again.
True. What about you guys?
That's deep. That's okay.
I've had a lot of
That's
experience.
a nice way of life.
A lot of experience with mistakes, and it's very important.
Very mistakes.
Very important.
Mistakes.
Did you guys know before my man, I forgot his name, invented the light bulb? Wow.
Nikola Tesla.
Well, nah, that wasn't a light bulb. Well, we'll just pretend like it was. I'm pretty sure it was Edison. Never mind.
Stolen from Edison was
No, it was Einstein.
Definitely.
No, I'm not sure. I'm just saying names of
I
famous
swear
people.
Edison was a salesman though.
He was a salesman. He didn't really invent anything for himself. but he was very intelligent.
Yeah,
When it
but
came to like
he was
sales
smart,
and
yeah.
patents.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had,
of
he had
course.
that intellect to steal other people's projects.
Exactly. That's very important. He's rich because of it.
He works smart.
So like before the light bulb was invented, it took 1,000 mistakes, and the 1,001st mistake just happened to give us the light
You
bulb.
only need one.
Exactly.
You only need
Just
one.
keep trying. No matter how many mistakes you make, you never know if that next attempt will be like the success. So it doesn't make sense to give up.
Unless your mistake is death.
I'm
sorry.
Well, then there's no second attempt if your mistake is
There's
bad.
deep, but like don't dig. That's
6 feet deep.
That's 6 feet deep, but don't dig that far.
Wait a minute. If you die and you're over 6
Nah, this is
foot
gonna be
tall,
trash. It's gonna be trash.
does your body stick out of your grave?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man.
No, because you're
You're
horizontal,
way
you're not
more
vertical.
What if
They're too smart. They're too smart. They're too smart. They're too smart.
What about your mistakes and how you rebounded from this?
Me is just trying to like face them head on, to be honest, because if you kind of make a mistake, if you're one of those people where when you make a mistake and say and don't kind of come forth and like say it's, oh, I made a mistake, it's my fault, I apologize, I try to do better. If you're not one of those type of people, I feel like you have a lot of insecurities,
Yeah.
and that's what like I kind of have, like I have low insecurities now. Before I used to have a lot because I was that type of person, and I knew that did not benefit me for the long run.
Yeah.
But by changing my mindset, kind of like helped me better myself and just keep coming like just tell the truth. Everyone's gonna benefit from it, even though you might get some like discomfort by the outcome.
Yeah.
However, it's still good to be truthful because people are gonna keep trusting you and they're gonna keep coming to you for many things, for advice, for
That's true.
what's it called, for what various things.
That is true.
And that's what type of person that everyone should aspire to be, because as Brian is, he's inspiring people, you're inspiring people. We're trying to kind of follow that step. So you guys are leading a very great kind of like becoming great leaders. I like
Love
that,
it.
especially people my age, you know, people I went to high school with, especially in our high school. So it's really great, like, you know, so
Yeah.
I'm like achieving to be that type of person, and I'm working on it every day and try to keep lying kind of aside and just stick to be basically like abrasive.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Just striving to be the best person, the best
Yeah.
version of yourself.
By
Yeah,
by
fact.
telling the truth, yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Me? Probably like mistake that I made was like not learning to like put my pride aside sometimes, and like
That's
I learned like through the philosophy that like being good to people will have its own benefits, you know, like
Yeah.
if even if it may seem like they're not like good to you, like even like my broski Jesus taught us, you know, like you got you gotta like always be good to people, like treat that the golden rule, everybody knows about it.
Yep.
Treat others the way you want to be treated, and it will have its own benefits. It's just it's hard to see at first, but
Yeah, of course. The benefits will take time.
Yeah, they will.
And that's what happens to a lot of people. Sorry to cut you off, but that's what happens to a lot of people. They start off like doing the right thing, and then they get to like one person. No matter how nice you are, there's gonna be like a couple, 1-2 people that are like they're just having a bad life, bad time.
Yeah.
No matter like how nice you are, they'll shut you down.
Yeah.
And then once you get into that one person, it's really tempting to just be like, oh, I'm being nice, and I'm not getting anything for it.
Yeah, and then you just want to like
Exactly.
but like
just throw it away. But continue. How do you look past that?
how do I look past
Yeah, like that one negative person, that one negative event, and
Well,
just not throw it away.
okay, for me personally, like I believe in like heaven, of course. So like
There's an incentive.
that's
that
like
helps.
that's my main incentive. Like because like at the end of the day, my main goal, I want to make it into heaven.
Yeah.
You know, I find that like
Same.
as the most important thing. But like for other people, there are things that there's like what's the term, like the moral cake. Like you're not supposed to expect something for being good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't always have
Yeah.
expectations for something. Just do it out of the goodness of your own heart.
Yeah.
So like I feel like, yeah, like you said, like there are a lot of people that kind of try to do good, but in the wrong reason.
For the
Yeah,
wrong
they
reason.
want something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they want
bad
something out of
intentions.
it. But even
There's
if
a lot
that's
of people.
but listen, even no, you to be honest, like it's easy to kind of like push through and do actually good while going through that mindset though.
Mhm.
Because if you kind of like want something in return and you're doing good and you're like, you know, I had enough, I'm not gonna do this. But if you kind of like stay back before you kind of like answer, before you kind of like take action, just keep doing good. Because if you expect something good, it will come eventually.
Facts.
Exactly.
So just keep doing you and just don't think about why aren't I having this because I'm doing this? Why aren't I doing this because of that? But just keep doing. Don't think about, oh, what type of outcome am I gonna get from it?
Yeah.
Just do. You know,
That's deep.
there's sometimes like thought into action,
Yeah.
but sometimes action
Leads to
and
thought.
kind of like
Yep.
is better.
That's deep.
Yep, that's why I messed up on overthinking too much, man. Missed a lot of opportunities. That's another story.
There's other females, my guy. There's other
It's
females.
not just
okay, it's
females,
okay,
bro.
it's okay.
Just physical, waking up on so many things. Anyway.
So, have you guys ever experienced procrastination?
Yo, that's like my best friend, man. Like,
That's
what?
my best friend. That's my like that's like my death button.
I am the most toxic procrastinator you will ever know.
Oh my gosh, like these human limits of just giving in is just
Like-
so
Like,
annoying.
I know it's destroying my life, but I can't stop. I don't know.
For me, that's not the case for me.
Like-
I don't know. When I'm like procrastinating at the end, I just like do everything good. I don't know why.
But yeah, there's some people like that. There's some people like
There
me.
are.
I need to be able to work on something from start to finish to actually get the most out of something and work on it over time. I can't be like those people
It's
who,
like,
let's
oh,
say, who have like a 10-day assignment and work on it the night before and still get like an 90% on it. I can't be those people. Especially after this semester, I need to work. I need to work on it over time.
Facts.
Oh my gosh.
So, since you guys all experienced with procrastination,
Oh, we did?
Bro,
Wait,
They know
so
this.
it's procrastination. No?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
so how do you guys deal with it? Any advice you have?
if I had advice, I would use it.
True.
Okay, like the
No,
thing
but
is-
there's a saying: those who can't do, teach. So you might be knee deep in procrastination, but maybe you could teach somebody else to get out of it.
I mean, okay.
Do as I say, not as I
I
do.
do. Facts.
What like the thing about procrastination, in my opinion, is like, a good way to like a good observation on it is like some people see it as like this like huge thing like it's like overwhelming to like conquer basically, right? And in like looking at it that way, people are like intimidated by it and they don't even want to like deal with it. But what I feel like you should do is probably like literally just take it one step at a time. Even like the smallest things, like the smallest habits, like the smallest things that you do will eventually develop like habits
Facts.
that'll fix your procrastination issues, you know. So you just gotta like, I don't know, I can't think of an example, but
It's like dot painting, dot drawing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like
even-
small incremental
Small dots can
build
turn
a
into
giant.
a-
That's
Yeah.
a beautiful analogy.
That's deep, that's
Beautiful,
deep.
beautiful. Yeah, I like that.
That's really powerful.
That was really good though, because I'm like,
That's really powerful.
really good.
Because for me, that's the only way I've ever gotten out of procrastination is by not thinking about the long term. Just saying, I'm gonna wake up at a certain time today, and if I do it tomorrow, amen. Let's not worry about tomorrow because tomorrow's still quiet. Tomorrow's quiet.
I mean, I thought it's like the same thing as you because like I set my alarm at like 10.
Okay.
I looked at my phone. I just pressed it. I woke up at
That's what I'm
2.
saying. You can't 100% promise the outcome, but you can try to get it. But if you don't get it, don't be.
at least
don't be
but
surprised.
at least you're trying, you know.
That's the thing. Like no
I'm
matter
trying,
like
though.
there's this like wonderful, I forgot where I heard it, but it's like this is a wonderful realization that if you don't, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That type of thing. So like if you don't try, you'll never achieve it.
Never.
But if
And I
you
regret-
try, no matter how incrementally small the percentage of you achieving it is, it's technically it's infinitely more possible of happening.
Infinitely more possible.
Because no matter how small, like 0.5, 0.0005 is, it's infinitely bigger than 0.
It is.
So no matter
what.
how small it is, no matter how many times you've been failing, as long as you keep trying, you will eventually reach to some type of realization, or you'll eventually reach the outcome, like the desired outcome.
It's true though, but like to piggyback on what Ashour said, procrastination, it really is a choice. Like if you choose not to be disciplined or not to, you know, get to where you need to be in life. Like, shout out to my best friend Will Smith when I watched his movie After Earth. So like he was basically saying to his son Jaden when he was down in the
That's not how
forest.
friendship works. He has to know you, and I guess
We're best friends, man. We're basically best friends.
But friendship isn't one way.
No, it's not one way. That's not friendship.
But
Continue.
he's Don Cheadle though.
Huh?
He's Don Cheadle. And
No.
But yeah, like he was basically saying, like in the movie, that how fear is a choice. You could choose to run away or continue to keep, you know, let it consume you whole. So I'm kind of tying that into procrastination. Procrastination really is a choice you choose to accept if you're trying to be self-disciplined. So like you could choose to do that work at that time, or you could decide to watch that show on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's or Disney Plus. Like it's really up
it's a
to
really good
you.
show though. It's a really good
Disney
show.
Plus is amazing, man. But it's true though. Like it's everything
Your
you
entire
do.
childhood in one location.
Everything you do. Everything you do is a choice.
The demons, man. Come on, guys. That's why I didn't get it.
1, 2, 3 movies.
This guy knows Foot Locker, everything. This guy knows. But it's true. Like, say this is your goal, and this is the bad side of your goal, the positive, the negative, and you're here. You choose every day to go to more the positive side or the negative side. It's up to you.
That's deep. That's deep. And you touched upon something that was really important. You touched upon fear.
Fear, man.
Procrastination can be perceived as a fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Oh, that's just like that's tattooed on my like soul, bro. Not even on my body. That's tattooed on
It's
my
fear
soul.
of the unknown. It really is. Like
Yeah.
danger. That's real. Like
Yeah.
if a man had a knife to your head, that's danger.
Yeah, danger and
Like
fear
that's
are not
life
the
or
same.
death.
Of course.
But fear, being scared of someone, you know, 10 feet taller than you, 200 more pounds bigger than you, that's a choice.
That's David and Goliath.
That is BD's fam.
Hey, but
But you get what I'm saying, like, you know, like when grade 9s will come into high school, they'll be scared of like the quote unquote older heads or older people. Like that's a fear to be scared of them. Like, you know what I mean?
That is true. That is a fear.
Everything
man.
is a
Because
choice.
nothing will happen to you if you make the right decisions. The only time that we actually succumb to our fears is when we feed into them. That's the only time that the fears actually have any effect over us. And you touched upon Will Smith. You mentioned him. And there was this interview. I forgot who was interviewing him.
Yeah.
I forgot so many details.
It's okay.
But the main gist of the interview was that like he was at a bar with his friends, right?
Yeah.
You weren't invited for some reason.
Damn.
And then
I was sick that day or something.
Oh, okay.
and they all made like they were drunk, you know, they were drunk, they're having a lit time, and they all said, you know what? Let's go skydiving one time.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
you remember that interview?
I watched that so many times.
Let's go skydiving one time. And he's like, yeah, let's go skydiving. You know, everyone's ego, everyone's drunk, you know, a bunch of guys. So no one wants to be that one guy to wimp out and say, you know, this is not a smart decision.
Sometimes it's good to be that one guy.
It is, yeah.
Because-
if you're skydiving,
because-
you have a plane.
Because in my
just be
group
that
of friends, I'm that type of guy. Let's go skating. I'm scared to fall on my nose and break it. Like,
That's
That
true.
is
It's
good.
your body.
That is good. That is good. But you know, Will Smith was drunk. He couldn't have been that one guy. So like he sobered up eventually, and he woke up in the morning. He's like, I really just said yes to this. Like I really about to have to jump out of a plane.
Yeah, man.
And he spent this entire time building up to the actual like jump,
Yeah.
and then he was just petrified the entire time. And then the actual drive to the site, to the liftoff.
ooh.
You know, that's the scariest thing, you know.
It's
It's
the
like
calm before
it's
the storm.
one thing to study for an exam that you're stressed about,
Oh.
but that right before the time that they say, oh, you may not pick up your pencils and start the exam. That's the scariest time.
Yeah.
That's the scariest time. That's the same thing with Will Smith.
Wait.
Just before the jump,
Okay.
it was the scariest time. And you know, everyone showed up because you know their egos are too high. They don't want to be that one person that didn't show up to jump, or else they get made fun of. But the whole point of the story was that the entire time he was petrified, but to actually leave the plane, the actual jump, he described it as like pure ecstasy, pure like joy.
Beautiful.
He was just at peace.
Because you actually conquered that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I did it. I'm out of the plane and I'm not dead yet. So so it doesn't seem that
I'm
bad.
happy until I hit ground. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's either I
Exactly.
splatter
And then, like,
into
It's
movies
weird, like,
or-
yeah, like, this is kind of like the opposite of what we've been talking about before. Like, when you guys were talking about expecting something from someone, when you don't get it, you're mad. You don't you don't start being nice to that person anymore. But when you do get it, you keep being nice to them. But when it comes to fear, you're expecting fear. So when you expect the fear and you actually get the fear, you're down, you're depressed, you're hurt, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but when
yeah.
you don't get the fear, you feel amazing. You feel like, why was I scared for? Why was I?
That's
everything?
this exact thing was literally me going on a roller coaster. My first ever roller coaster, that 90-degree drop, the new one.
Oh,
That 90-degree drop.
Nah, fam. I
That
can't
was-
right
that-
now.
that
The new
was-
one they just opened about what?
The one that opened.
Nah, I can't.
Halloween.
Right now.
I don't even know, bro.
Yeah.
I just know as a
It's like the
90-degree.
fastest roller coaster in Canada. Nah.
That was a 90-degree drop, bro.
Ooh.
It's better than Leviathan.
Huh?
It's
I
scarier than
did not
Leviathan.
ride Leviathan, but apparently, what's it called? Leviathan is scary. I don't know.
Okay,
Bro.
Um,
to you, man. Shout out to you.
Anyway, so like my friends, I'm like, yo, y'all are crazy. I'm not gonna go on that. He's like, oh, don't be this, that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Peer pressure. Don't give in to peer pressure.
I'm like, no, like.
I'm not trying to
I like my soul to be inside of my body right now. I don't want to be judged right now. Like, by God, like, I want to keep it right now. Like, you know, I'm trying to work on myself. They're like, you're this is that. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna. I'm like, man, you know what? Just let's go do it. Let's do it. After I did it, I opened my eyes. Like, while I was like going down, I'm like, was this? I was like scared about. Like, was this something that like? I'm like, what was I scared of this?
Yeah.
It's just a fear of like just. It's like when you get into something
Yeah.
with a negative energy,
Mhm.
you're producing negative outcome.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. That's deep.
Because
That's deep.
like what's it called? People usually go into things
Mhm.
with a negative like a negative mindset.
Expectation.
And
Yeah.
their expectation is not something positive.
Mm-hmm.
When it's positive, they're actually surprised that it's positive.
Mhm.
Positive. But when they get negative energy, they're like, oh, I knew. See, I told you, I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then that kind of feeds into their negativity
Yeah,
even more.
they're just
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah,
this is gonna happen like forever and everything.
So that whole thing about speaking into existence, you're speaking
Yeah.
this negative
Yeah.
outcome into
Yeah,
existence.
it's like, but like your thought become like your action.
Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of the law of attractions before?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not, I can't really remember it. Like
It's a great book.
It's
It's a
basically
good book.
like what you think or like your basically your mentality. So like fitting into the theme of this podcast,
yeah.
your mentality will eventually become your reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
A t-shirt.
if you think you're not going to succeed in this thing, chances are you're
Yeah.
not going to, because it's all based on the mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna have a tendency to give up quicker if you don't
That's
think you're
true.
gonna succeed.
That's true.
Like
Mhm.
and like vice versa obviously as well. Like you want to succeed, you have that positive mindset, like you're gonna work harder for it, you're gonna want to strive for it more, and you're gonna get it more. It'll be like
I
that.
like that. I like that.
So you touched upon peer pressure. So like just to like segue into fear and procrastination. A lot of the fear and procrastination that we have as young adults.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm youngest one here. Yeah, young
You're
adults.
18 now, so big man.
So like, what advice do you have for people that are kind of in the wrong crowd, and that wrong crowd, that environment is kind of like feeding in to that procrastination, feeding into
Yeah.
that fear. You know what I mean? Like this may not be who they truly are
Yeah.
because of the crowd they're in. They procrastinate. You know, they don't hand in their assignments. They're not in their classes. They're chilling in the hallway, like back in car. You know, man, just not doing what they need to do.
Alleluia's office.
Yeah, hallelujah.
I thought it was Hallelujah one time, man.
So what kind of advice can you give for teenagers or any young people that are kind of in that group that's not conducive to like success, not conducive to like positive effort?
Or at least the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Just to get by.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So all three of us wanted to say
One of them-
one at a time.
One at a time.
Go
Go
in
to
this order.
say yeah. Sorry. But yeah, so like in high school, grade 9, first day, man. I came into Father in the Car not knowing barely anyone because all of my friends went to a whole different high school. So I really had to make friends and make the right friends. So like I hopped on with many other people. So I've seen the good, I've seen the bad.
And you ugly? Sorry.
No one smirked. But there's a few people. I'm joking. But yeah, I've seen the good and the bad. So like, it's really all about testing the waters. You don't really know who's good until you really test it. You could try and be a good influence to them and hope they change for the better. Not like changing someone in your image, but like if you know that this is a good thing and you know this is the right thing to do, like the right mindset to have, kind of like be a good role model for them. But if they don't want to change and they're still gonna be going to the negative side of life, then my friend, go find another person. So it's all about like testing the waters, seeing if they're the right person to really hang with and be influenced by, and if they're not the right person, whether you're their best friends or whatever, move on.
Facts.
See, that is very like insightful, but when it comes to like actually trying to move on,
Doing it, yeah.
no, like trying to actually move on for like from like a best friend, let's say.
Oh, I see.
that's like one of the hardest things because even though you may like say, oh, this guy's been like so negative, or this girl has been so negative in my life, and what's it called, like I just want to like, you know, I just want them to be positive for a change, like for my benefit, for their benefit.
Yeah.
Just be positive for once. Like I don't want to like keep feeding this, like keep getting fed this type of energy.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like you'll think you're like, you need to talk to that person.
Facts.
Take them out of the group.
Yeah.
You know,
One-on-one, huh?
one-on-one. No one's around.
Yeah.
No one's what's it called gonna make fun of you.
No
none of that.
distractions, no temptations, no
No,
nothing.
nothing. Just
Real.
head on. Just
Yeah.
talk. Tell me
Communicate.
why this, that. Tell me what led you to this type of reason. Tell me what's it called. Go dig deep. Keep digging.
Yeah.
Go beyond 6 feet. Keep digging. Keep digging. That's
You're
that-
saying you're killing people?
not killing people. I'm just saying dig.
I know.
So reading between the lines. I'm so
Yeah,
glad
I
you
know
know
what you
digging. What's it called?